You know, in the law of drinking, everyone always has the one night where they just kind of drank too much and they look back on it and cringe, and everyone still brings it up all the time. So ladies and gentlemen, this is about the time that I went to a bar with my dad and I ended up getting fucking bluttered and I was falling off seats and all that shit. And let's just say, my stomach, I kind of fetched up my dinner later on at my grand's, so yeah, let's get into this fucking riveting tale. So this happened in October of 2019 and I just turned 18 in July, so not that far behind it. And keep in mind, I'm in Scotland, so the legal drinking age is 18, so before any of the Americans go, how the fuck you getting pissed at a bar when you're 18? Yeah, it's legal over here. So, I just finished my first term of college, and I had 2 weeks off, so I'm like, you know what? We're going to celebrate, we're going to, get pissed. Well, not get pissed, but, I just went to the pub with my dad, and it was kind of a normal night. He's on the darts team, so we're just kind of chilling and that. He's playing a few games of darts and all that shit, and eventually it gets to the end of the night, because that's when the story really begins, and I'd had a few beers. I had, probably 3 beers and 4 whiskies, knowing me, and I went for a piss, and I'm like, right, I'm going to have one more drink to round off the night, and then, I'm done drinking, I'll sober up, go to sleep, the usual shit. But there was a, problem in that plan, was I went out of the bathroom, and my dad was sitting there with this group of people, and I don't think I'd ever seen him in my life before, but they're kind of pal with my dad, not close, but they knew him, and, to celebrate, they're like, you know what, let's have some fucking cracking rum, and I'll put a picture of it on screen, and this shit was a bit deadly. I still have Vietnam flashbacks, and I've yet to actually do it since, but long story short, I just started necking shots of this fucking, cracking rum. Eventually, it gave me, Glenmorangie shots, which was, whiskey. I don't know how I got my subject, but, I really liked whiskey. I still do, but back then I just used to hit straight at the pub all the fucking time, which, just to say now, is not a fucking wise idea, and you'll see why in a minute. So, pretty much the whole time, my dad's just sitting there still getting more and more shots, but, me being pissed, I did not listen, so, yeah, so this is where the story really starts. So I'm completely fucked, because, yeah, see, the thing with drinking is, it's not even about moderation, because I can drink a lot now. It's just pacing yourself. Don't fucking neck 8 shots within 2 minutes. Okay, maybe 10 minutes, but still, it's a ridiculous fucking thing of alcohol, in a short amount of time. But pretty much after that, yeah, I mean, I was fucked, so I'm just sitting there, right? My dad's just finishing up at the pub, actually. Funny story, you remember the tier list chocolate video, which is about 2 years ago, holy fuck. I tell the story about the fucking chocolate bar in that video, and yeah, I got Aero chocolate bar because I wasn't feeling well. And that's fucking hilarious, because, the channel's called Aero, ha 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 ha. Anyway, so we're sitting there, my dad's sitting, finishing up, and I fall off my fucking seat and all that shit, trying to get my phone out, I think I leaned back to grab it out of my pocket, and I just fell off the fucking seat, so eventually my dad's just alright, we're gonna, he's saying to himself, I'll tell me this later, if I take Stephen for a walk, maybe he'll fucking, spew up the large amount of alcohol he just consumed, so I won't need to, spew in my grand's house. Foreshadowing. Anyway, we had to walk home this woman, and her, the people she came with just kind of ditched her, so we had to walk her, and for years I thought that when we walked her along the road, we had to walk a mile, but turns out it was 2 minutes along the road, and I was just, I've never been this drunk my whole fucking life. I was I couldn't even walk straight, I was sitting fucking darting left and right. I felt like I was gonna fucking die, to be honest with you. And I'm just sitting there fucking swerving, completely fucked, just no caring where the fuck I was. And I just felt like time was slowed, that's why it felt like I walked so long. So, I'm walking along here, just falling into fucking bushes and all that shit. And eventually my dad's just alright, I'm going to take this woman into her house. Just wait here for 2 minutes. And I'm alright. So, in the time he was gone, I went for a piss at a tree, and I fucking cut my hand open, because I must have been, putting my hand against the tree, leaning against it, and just slashed it open. And in that time I stood in dog shit, so my dad just comes back, after leaving me for 2 fucking minutes, and I just go to him, I've got shit on my shoes, or whatever fucking voice I was doing. And, he's probably just looking at me okay, as long as nothing else goes wrong, this will be a very funny story. So, we walked along the road, and, my grand's house was maybe 10-15 minutes away from this area. Not even that a day, think. And on the way along, I had to go for another piss, because when I drank, I just pissed like a fucking racehorse. And we get into my grand's house, and just immediately I just start fucking spewing. I have to, pretty much, I sprinted up the fucking stairs, blood spew everywhere. Luckily, this was the day before my grandma was getting new carpets put in, because I can just imagine if she just had the carpet spit and I just fucking like ruined them by spewing all over them up the fucking whole house. But the way my dad's bathroom works is, this is my first instinct. I'm like, right, rather than go to the bathroom downstairs, I'll run up to the one upstairs. The way it works is you have to go on the outside, at the time actually, because they changed the light now, but back then you had to go to the outside of the bathroom, turn the fucking switch, like where the turny hangs, and then go in. And obviously I was fucking spewing, I was not paying attention. My goal was just to get to the bathroom, spew, and hopefully not get it anywhere. So I go to the toilet, and the thing with the toilet is, you know how like, you know, where you piss, above it there's like a thing you put over it, it's called a lid. The lid was still on it, so pretty much I ended up spewing. I just splattered spew all over the fucking bathroom, and I'm just like, fuck me. So yeah, my dad just came upstairs and he's like, right, you just go to your bed, I'll clean this up. I'm like, alright, cool. And I literally fucking blacked out, slept for about 8-10 hours or something, and I just woke up, and you just wake up with the biggest fucking sense of regret not to man it. I didn't have a hangover, and to this day I still don't get hangovers. I did get one years ago when I first started drinking at school, and that's a story for another day. But long story short, I woke up and I'm just like, oh fuck, because I was just thinking about like everything that happened the night before, like fucking spewing all over my grand's house, falling off seats and all that shit in fucking public. Not to mention the fucking walk home and all that shit, and the giant gash I had in my fucking hand. So I'm just like, right, I'm gonna have to man up. I'm just gonna have to walk through my fucking dad. And I walked through the room after I got up, and I'm like, alright dad, he's like, you doing alright? And I'm like, aye. He's like, you know hungover? I'm like, no. Like, he was rough, because obviously he was in shots as well, but you know, I don't think he was having like fucking as many as me, so I kinda fucking died. But yeah, the aftermath. So that day I just wanted to like, you know, chill at my house, but I promised Taylor and Isaac I'd meet them because we were going to go play pool, and I don't really like to break promises like that. And I did kind of feel like the hangover kicking a little bit later on, like no major, but I just didn't feel good. But you know, that's probably because I spewed my nut out the fucking night before. And after that, I didn't actually drink for like another month. And what's funny is like around the time when I just started to like smoke weed for a few months, and you know, I would say that's a better thing to do than alcohol, because it doesn't really fuck you as much as long as you do get caught. But that's pretty much the end of the riveting tale. So, moral of the story, if you're going to drink in a pub, just don't over fucking do it. Just, you know, chill out, relax. You know, just don't neck everything at once. Unless it's a Sunday date. I'm joking, but seriously, if you're going to get completely fucked drunk, do it at home, because, well, first of all, you can be yourself, but, wow, this is some really bad advice. Yeah, if you really feel the need to get drunk, just do it at home. Don't go out and get fucking destroyed, because you have to walk home, and if you spew, it might not be in your own house. Ooga booga, little littering. Alright, anyway troops, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
Tell me where the time went, yeah, tell me where the time went. I've been moving fast, doing shows on the west. I wish that I was home, I left you all alone. Cause I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that.